Hey, fins up family. What's crackin'? You beautiful aqua and orange warriors. Picture this. It's 2015, hard rocks rumbling, and a beast named Indomokong Sue just dropped a truth bomb on the whole damn locker room that had coaches squirming like rookies on game day. Fast forward to now, and our boy Jaelan Phillips is out there bawling in Philly, clapping back at the haters with pure class, reminding us Dolphins fans that gratitude runs deep, even after a trade. Man, these stories hit different. They're the raw fuel of our franchise's soul, blending epic history with fresh heartbreak and hope. If Sue's fire could spark a turnaround back then, imagine what Phillips' legacy means for our rebuild. Who's feeling that nostalgia mixed with fire for 2026? Buckle up, 'cause we're unpacking Dolphins news that'll have you yelling at your screen like it's 4th and goal. Let's dive in. Fins Nation, what's your favorite Sue memory? Flashback to a decade ago, when the Dolphins were starving for that splash play to jolt us out of mediocrity. And boom, owner Stephen Ross sinks Indomokong Sue to a monster 6-year, $114 million deal with $60 million guaranteed. At the time, it was the fattest contract for a defensive player in NFL history. A bet the house moved to anchor our D-line and chase that elusive playoff magic. Sue wasn't just a signing. He was a statement, a wrecking ball with 5 All-Pro nods under his belt, fresh off terrorizing QBs in Detroit. But as our 2015 squad stumbled to a 1-3 start, leading to Joe Philbin's midseason boot, this wasn't about stats yet. It was about the aura, the intangible growl that Sue brought to a team that needed a wake-up call. Fins fans, remember that hype? It felt like we were finally building something unbreakable. Did you buy the hype back then? Or were you side-eyeing the cap hit from day one? That contract? It screamed win now. But Sue's real superpower showed up off the field first, in ways that reshaped locker room dynamics we still talk about today. We're talking a guy who didn't just eat blockers, he devoured complacency. And as 2 former Dolphins linebackers, Spencer Pasinger and Jelani Jenkins, spilled the tea on their Higher Valleys podcast this week, that influence was straight up legendary. These guys were in the trenches with Sue during that rocky 2015 campaign, which limped to 6-10 after Dan Campbell's interim stint, and their stories paint Sue as the ultimate alpha, wielding power like a coach on steroids. It's the kind of behind-the-scenes lore that makes you miss the old-school fire. Drop in the comments, who else in our current roster could pull off a Sue-level rant? Pasinger kicks it off with this wild tale from mid-season. Sue calls an impromptu players-only meeting, coaches included, and unleashes like a hurricane. "I'm gonna be here," he roars, pointing to that massive contract. "I got skin in the game. But some of y'all are just mailing it in, coaches too." He goes around the room, naming names, calling out sandbaggers and praising the grinders, even ripping one coach for overthinking schemes. Let these dudes run. No sugarcoating. It was raw, unfiltered leadership that had everyone gripping their chairs, jaws on the floor. Jenkins and Pasinger spared the heat. They were the ones gripping seats, watching Black Jesus tilt the whole room. Fins, can you imagine the tension? This wasn't a pep talk. It was a regime change in 20 minutes. What would have you done if Sue pointed at you? The fallout? Pure comedy gold, according to Jenkins. After Sue's mic drop, position meetings turned awkward as hell. Coaches scrambling to reclaim respect from players who'd just seen them get roasted. "Sue, you gotta understand, these things happen." One pleads while others defend their plays like kids caught skipping practice. Sue? Unfazed, doubling down. "If I have my way, some of y'all are out, coaches included." It was theater, a power shift that lit a fire under the squad, even if the W's didn't flood in right away. This story's blowing up on X, with fans posting memes of Sue as a dolphin-slaying deity. At Finn Sherpa nailed it with that "Sue was such a dog" clip. Brothers and sisters, doesn't this make you crave that edge in our current D? Who's our modern Sue Chubb, maybe? Sue's on-field grind backed the bravado. 3 solid seasons in Miami, capping with a 2016 Pro Bowl nod as we snuck into the playoffs under Adam Gase. Our first postseason taste since 2001. He racked up 15 sacks, disrupted plays like clockwork. But yeah, those freelancing whispers and the cap reality led to his 2018 release after just 3 years. From there, a journeyman's dream, Super Bowl chase with the Rams, Bucks rings in 21, even an Eagles stint in 22 before hanging him up this year. Five-time All-Pro, 0 missed games to injury, Hall of Fame buzz for 2028 is real, first ballot potential. But that 2015 meeting? It's the Sue essence that lingers, a reminder of how one voice can echo through a franchise. Fins up. Ever wonder if Sue's ghost haunts our rebuild talks? Tying it to today, that Sue splash was the blueprint for our win-now obsession, and man, it's backfired hard in 2025. We're staring down a rebuild after that brutal 2-7 skid, trading stars like Jaelan Phillips to Philly for a 2026 third-rounder. All because chasing rings with big names left us cap-strapped and winless in the postseason. Sue's era previewed it. Hype, heart, but no deep runs. Fast forward 4 years post-Sue, and we triple down. Tyreek Hill trade in 22, then Bradley Chubb and Jalen Ramsey bombshells. Hill, team MVP in 22 and 23, torching for 700-plus yards those seasons, fueling back-to-back playoff nods. Echoes Sue's 17 MVP nod, right? But like then, no playoff W's, just teases that sting worse than losses. What's the lesson here, Fins? Big swings or smart builds? Phillips' exit hits personal, though. He was our homegrown beast, 18th overall in 21, terrorizing with 11.5 sacks as a rook and peaking at 10.5 in 22 before injuries. Achilles 23, ACL early 25 slowed him. In 9 games this year, 3 sacks, 25 tackles, flashes of that Miami edge. Traded November 3rd, right after Greer's firing, for that third-pick asset as interim champ Kelly reshapes the ship. Philly, perfect landing, 8-2 contenders, Super Bowl champs last year with Vic Fangio, our XDC, scheming him up. Phillips balled immediately. Game-clinching TFL versus Packers, sack and 2 QB hits versus Lions. Now 26, free agent after 25, he's thriving, 13 pressures in 3 weeks, tying Micah Parsons for league lead at 21.3%. Proud of our guy, but damn, it hurts. Your thoughts on the trade return? Enter the drama. Post-game glow after that Lions dub. Phillips calls the move the best thing ever, save for his kid's birth, and boom, clickbait explodes, twisting it into Dolphins shade. Fans speculate he's trashing Miami, the org that drafted, and